All right, test 1 2. We are live on the air. What's up, everyone? This is Dre Trades. You know where to check me out. Dre Trades Twitter, Dre Trades Instagram. I usually say that at the end, but now I'm saying it in the beginning because I know I have a lot of people that you click on and then you click off. Man, I need you to follow me because we talk about what's hot. Let's talk about Tesla because it is hot today. I am so pissed off. I'm gonna hold that thought, but I tell you what. If you're watching this in the rerun, the replay, just go ahead and skip about 3 minutes, all right? Because this is a live video, and I'm going to just wait for a couple of people. I don't usually like doing that. But let's just talk about, man, they had earnings the other day, and I placed a trade on because here's the 5 minute. And I'm really surprised that if you look at this chart, you don't even know where earnings was for the most part because you don't see any action. For the most part, Tesla it was flat. It was down. It was basically like an option premium killer. It just sucked. When you bought option, if you sold options, most likely none of you guys made money unless you was a seller. You want to be on the sell side. The possibilities of you making money on a sell side is better, right? But if you go long the calls, you go long the puts, you better be right, especially on earnings. I mean, there's a lot of premium built up in those things. And even if it goes your way, you could still lose money. And a lot of that happened on yesterday when they reported, or 2 days ago, whenever the hell that was. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Tesla today because I really like what's setting up here. Here's the 5 minute. I'm just going to zoom in right here just so we can look at it. And this thing just blasted. We're going to have to go to the minute chart because look at that fake out. It gapped down, went down, right? And then boom, off to the races. I think this move says a lot. I don't know if news dropped here or just people was just holding off or what, but it definitely shows that, interest. Buyers want to get in. And the thing about this is when you go to the weekly, I mean, Tesla had one hell of a run. So let me go ahead and clear all these drawings right here. Just look at that run. It's like a little cup and handle. It's not the best, but it's a cup that works, right? We know when this thing hits $900, that's basically the top. It's gonna pull back, go sideways, most likely. That's a double top. Double tops are one of the most powerfulest patterns, and I actually had a trade on that. Just took advantage of it. And I'm so pissed. I bought a butterfly, right, which is basically like a time bomb. I took the time and the strike price and placed a trade around it to try to make big money. I could have sworn it was the best trade I felt at the time when I was putting it on, that it was going to be my best trade ever. And it would have been, but I had to took it off yesterday because after earnings, I was expecting that pop after earnings kind of to push up towards 9, like what it's doing today. But no, it didn't happen. It was pulling back. I was like, I got until Friday. I got to take the trade off. I got one day that the premiums would get sucked out. I didn't think we'll have this move like this after earnings. So I was just like, let me take it off. But if you look at what's happening here, and then I'm going to pull up the monthly because this is what you're going to see. So you see, look at this move. It's incredible. Now, if you watch this channel, I was talking about Tesla way down here, right? And I went balls deep in Tesla. I'm making a lot. I got, whoo, balls deep, man. It feels good going balls deep. I'm balls deep in Tesla. And look at that. Yo, this channel is rated like PG plus or something like that. Anyway, so look at it was just perfectly on the trend line. I'm going to show you what I like about it right now. This liftoff. I got the wrong thing right. All of a sudden, it's lifted off. It's like that's not enough. This huge run. Let's go even faster. Let's go faster to the upside. It's gonna crash here. Right? I doubt very much it gets past these guys, right? These guys are holding the bag. They're going to be like, oh my God, I finally got out. They was holding that bag all year. And they're going to be like, oh, I finally got out. Is that Mary? Oh my gosh, you made it. Mary, wow, I thought you didn't like me no more. But we chat on Twitter, so just, we can go back and forth a little bit on Twitter. That's good enough. I don't make a lot of videos, Mary. People's just not loving Dre over here. I dropped the portfolio video. Things are still going well on that side, and it just don't work. But, I was going to do a video. I'm going off topic. I'm going to save that thought. Because I might drop a video on it. But I was just going to talk about just how people just follow people that don't trade. But they fake like they trade. Right? Anyway, I don't get that whatsoever. Anyway, so here we go. Like so, Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, it's gonna slow down. What I would really like to see is not really the pullback, just some sideways action and then the blow through, right? So if you look at this daily chart, kind of come like this here. It's kind of, why can't I draw a line? There you go. And just look, it's almost like the 3-bar setup, whatever you want to call this. This is, if if we wasn't pushing up against a double top, I would say this candle right here is going to be huge. But we're pushing up against it, so I don't know if it's going to be huge, but it's going to blow through. Everything just looks so good, right? So, and nothing is guaranteed, but I really like the setup. I've been liking it ever since 550, somewhere around there. I've been selling puts down there, and once I saw the stock, now I'm going to go back to the weekly, right? Once I saw it just starting to take off, I just got into the calls. So I've been in the calls like forever when it felt like it. So you can imagine I've been making good money on it. And now I want to go to the monthly and look at this. Okay, let's just look at how that looks, right? Look at that. That looks so beautiful. Let me put it down like that. Let's get rid of everything. Clear that out. What's up, everybody? Doesn't that look good, right? Do I gotta break it down? You don't even have to know how to read charts to say, man, that chart looks good, okay? We just need some volume to come in right there. And if we get that volume, which I think we will on the breakout, I'm getting ready to put this on so I can read some comments. If we get that volume on the breakout, oh man, we could have a run. I know it's crazy because Tesla is still valued more than the top 10 major car companies combined still. Okay, that's an incredible statistic. You said you've been dropping something. Thanks, Mary. Ernesto, what are you thinking about the Qs? I'm going to pull up that in a second. I just wanted to start this video with Tesla because I know people's interested in this. And hey, it's clickbait, man, because it's running pretty hard today, up 21 points. We are going to push against 9. I don't know when. We ain't going higher than 900. I wanted to put a trade on and sell calls against that position, which I had on yesterday, but I'm out of buying power, man. I took that money and I think I bought some Bitcoin. I don't know what I did. I usually don't have a lot of buying power left. I'm usually full in. I'm all in, man. Balls deep. Yeah. Serious. Anyway, so just keep an eye on that. Anybody can see that. This is a monthly, right? So look at this move. This move is up 1,300%, 1,389, 1,389%. Generally, you get the same kind of move. I'm going to start it from down there because I'm not going to say it's going up 13%. I mean, because that would be insane. But let's just say it's going to go higher. Usually get the leg. You can count this whole move as the sideways, right? And then you get another leg up. If I really shrink it down like that, it looks a little better. But I don't think we're going to get 1,300%. That's crazy. But just keep an eye on Tesla for the breakout. Let me go to the Qs. Because Ernesto, did I get your name right? Yeah, you asked for it. Hey, babe's in the house. What's up? Looking fine. She always give me that compliment. Hey, this is a stock video. This is a stock video, babe. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Yo, I got the coffee. I figure I'd stay a while. I tell you what, man. I think we're set up. And I know you almost got to cover your ears for whatever you hear because it just sounds nasty out there. Anybody that's been guessing, thinking, inflation, interest rates, COVID and all of this stuff, you was losing money for the last 2 years, and I don't know when that's going to change. You almost got to cover your ears. You got to and just kind of look at this. The rally's incredible, right? So, Ernesto, if you was following me, we talked about the Qs. See my little circle right there? I was like, hey, everything is all good. This is when shit was just getting destroyed. And I had to done a video. It's only like 2-3 videos ago because I haven't been coming on a lot. And I was like, man, everything's okay. This is what the video's about. Let me go to the daily so you can see it a little better. Right? I said, now I can't get my line like that. Come on, man. Sorry, y'all. I said everything is okay, right? We didn't break trend, right? It felt like it because if you was listening to me, that it was painful. If you was long the stock market, your portfolio was getting hurt, right? But I kind of pulled up I'm trying to get another line, right? And I just drew this basic line, very basic, right? Drew a circle, circle, and a circle, man. It's like I was like, look, everything is all good until we break that, right? It bounced here, bounced here, bounced. Why wouldn't it bounce here? And sure enough, it bounced. I was long. All right, I was practicing when I preached. I got long, and here we going up for the ride. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I would like to see it actually get a new high. I don't really want to see it make a lower high because that's gonna make me go, oh, I don't know. Maybe it'll come up here and gyrate a little bit and then blast off. Or maybe it makes a lower high and then comes down. But if we break that trend line, and you can see how long that trend line goes back for, it's a crazy trend line. It's so steep. It's so steep. Wow, I'm gonna have to, there we go. Could I extend this trend line? Let's see. We'll bring it down to there. We'll count that. If it breaks that trend line, then I think we have something to worry about. I really do. I'll probably buy puts. By the way, VIX is getting crushed today. I wouldn't say today, but it's been. And this is probably, if you are scared, whatever you think we're going to go down, this is probably the time to buy puts, right? Because it's low. You don't want to buy puts when it's high. You want to buy it when it's low, like this. All right, let me see what you got to say. You said you've been waiting for the 27th of this month, maybe a new high, but don't want to get greedy. Are you talking about in Tesla or the Qs? We're going into that seasonal era of bulls, right? So we was in that. We got another week of October. It could be scary. Sometimes the first week of November is scary, but we kind of went through the scaredness already. Not saying that it's over, but the VIX is getting crushed. Stocks are rallying now. All of a sudden, we don't care about the 10-year. Let's look at the yield, and look at the yield. It still has that same steepness, which is worrisome. Look at that. This is the yield. So right now, the 10 years yield on 1.673. Wow, it's up 2% today. Let me see the Qs. Okay, the Qs are flat for the most part. I was like, wow. So you see what Tesla's rallying hard in an environment to where the Qs probably will pull back. Now that I'm looking at that 10-year, I didn't think it was up so steep today. Probably, I don't know, man. It's definitely gonna put a pause on the Nasdaq. It's just going up too steep. It's going up fast. But you know what? You look right here, and you're coming into all of this resistance. I don't know if the yield hits resistance like stocks. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. But we're coming. If this was a stock, I'd be like, man, it's going to pull back. Or it's going to go sideways, right? But inflation, man, hey, you know the answer? Buy Bitcoin. That's what we need to do. Let me pull up the Bitcoin chart real quick. Bitcoin is down today. Bitcoin is down 2.51%. It's hanging out at 65,000 for the most part. Notice that this looks just like Tesla, right? And you can see the pullback right at the high, and most likely that's what Tesla's going to do. And then it'll reload and then this blast off. And when it does, look out. See, we already got the volume here, right? The volume kicked in. It's pulling back. It's going higher. It's going higher. I think any pullback is definitely a buying opportunity. So let's look at the ticks, see what's happening with the ticks. I'm just going through shit. So go ahead and comment. Let me know what you want me to go through. Like Ernesto did. Hey, that's my first time saying your name, so I appreciate you being here. I really do. You said the Qs. Okay, but like I said, it's bull season. Yeah, it's just, and not all the time the bull season works. I remember that one time. Remember, we was bear for. It was like we was down like 20%. It was like a real bear market from, what was that, November 1st all the way to Christmas Eve. Remember that? And then it was just boom, just took off. Like, it was crazy. So yeah, I was like, oh man, what the hell's going on? That was like one of the worst seasonal, I was gonna say bears or bull bears, whatever. That it was a bear that should have been bull that I ever seen. That was several years back. Yeah, now the Dow. I'm looking at the indices. I think that I don't know. I'm not saying that all. Damn, that's the Qs. I'm just looking at this minute chart over here, by the way. So if you pull up the minute, look at that. And then if you pull up, is that just Tesla doing all that? Pull up the SPY, a little more choppy. It's like, right? But it's heading higher. Let's pull up the advanced decline line. I'm all over the place. Like I said, forgive me. And you can see that's trying to climb. The low is only minus 400. That's not bad. And this is the This is the NYSE. I can't forget NYSE Nasdaq. Anyway, but it's not that bad. So we're above zero, right? So any negativity, it might overcome. So the internals are not that bad. And I was on the ticks. I'm gonna go back to the ticks. I didn't even talk about it. Let's go back to the ticks and just pull up let's see. Right, so look, we don't even have any negative ticks except for when the market opened, right? So all the ticks are positive. There's just more stocks ticking up than down. This is on the NASDAQ. I like looking at the NASDAQ because I feel the NASDAQ is the market. And that's weird that the 10 years is up. Once I pulled that up, I'm starting to scratch my head. I'm just going like, okay, I don't know what that's about. Is this going to be a fake out? And then all of a sudden they're going to care about the 10 year and then sell off everything. So be careful. That's all I can say. Let's look at I'm going to pull up a heat map. Let's drag this on over here. Yeah, look at that. See, I love FinViz. By the way, FinViz, financial visualization. So you see the Dow just took a turn. NASDAQ just, wow. S&P trying to climb higher. But look at the NASDAQ. But then if you look at the big boys, only thing really ripping is Tesla and Amazon a little bit. I'm super long Amazon and Tesla. Google not, Facebook not, Microsoft, Microsoft is just flat. Apple flat. Nvidia up 0.8. Okay. And these are the majors I'm looking at. AMD, okay, up 1.28. So the SMH must be up, doing well. Autodesk, what's the CDNS is Cadence. Yeah, so it's just weird. It just seems like it's just ripping so much. Let me go to that. Go back to that. Excuse me. Put on my glasses. Yeah, look at that. Now I think this is 20 minutes. It's delayed. I don't think it's real time. Schmitty, Trucker, what's up, man? Did you watch Graham Stevens' crypto video yesterday? No, I didn't. I'm not really a fan of him, but since you recommended, and I'm starving for video content, I'll watch it. For sure. Is he? I imagine it was a bullish video. I imagine. For sure. Appreciate the info. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Ernesto, man. I really appreciate you being here. I love seeing new names in my comments, man. This channel don't get a lot of views. I still make my videos. I slow down a little bit, though. I'll be honest with you. I just be like, man, why am I going to get on here and nobody's watching? After a while, you be like, I ain't doing that no more. But I love it. I have been, I mean, I don't know, man. It gets frustrating. I ain't going to be honest with you. I had a great, month. Probably everybody did. Let me pull up the Qs real quick and just see what it looked like for the last. Yeah. Okay. I'm back here. Yeah. Wow. Okay. From this date to now, I had a great month. But my portfolio don't look like this. It looks like this, It looks like this. Come on, draw that line. It looks like that, not like that. You don't see that dip in my portfolio. That's weird. I guess I was in the right thing. Hey, Tesla, man. You've seen Tesla's been going straight up, so maybe that's it. Maybe I'm heavy. Oh, in the Bitcoin, I'm heavy Tesla, heavy Bitcoin, heavy MicroStrategy, which is it's a Bitcoin. It's not a software company. I know it's a software company, but it's a Bitcoin holding company. It's a Bitcoin company. right? So, and it's got a heavy short interest. I'm really bullish in this, right? Because Michael Saylor is not going to sell any of that stuff. The earnings already doubled. They got almost probably, I didn't do the math, probably over 7 billion Bitcoin now. It's incredible, right? Incredible trade, So anyway, but that's about to break out as well. I think once it starts to get going, it's really going to get that momentum because the thing is over 25% short interest, right? These people are going to bail once they realize that this is a Bitcoin company. You know what I mean? So, all right. So, what you guys want to talk about? So let's look at the big stocks that people probably look at. Apple about to make. By the way, these stocks is coming into earnings, right? So your Apple, Facebook next week. Yeah, next week is gonna be a huge week, and I think it's gonna decide direction, which way we're gonna go. Because if these stocks, boy, especially with interest rates pushing up, like if they don't say the right things, it's not going to be good. It almost seems like that will be the momentum to the quarter, and that basically kill that bull market season. So these guys got to say the right things for that bull market season to come true. If they don't, maybe a company or two, but if they all kind of align like, oh man, sales is down, or the supply chain, right? And everybody's having these, you'd be like, oh my gosh, it just won't look good. So we need them to say the right things. But Apple pushed up against high. These stocks generally push, right? I can't really see a Apple sell off going into earnings next week. All of them. Amazon sold off hard the other day. I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I was actually thinking this thing is gonna close up here, right? And the stochastic is almost wanting to come up. So it's kind of hanging in there. I think the market's undecided. I don't even know. I don't know what's going to happen. Walmart, the stock that I was in, I actually sold it. I was in it heavy, and I got disappointed on what happened. Now it's coming back hard like it never been before. I'll be saying some things that probably should only say in the bedroom. Okay, anyway, so, and this is coming back strong, right? And I'm like, oh, man. Anyway, I sold it for snowflakes, so I'm happy with that trade. I did a video and I pulled up the snowflake chart, and I'm just like, wow, this thing is breaking out, and it has more of a potential. I see this thing getting up here, right? You can see that breakout line. I bought in somewhere over here, and so it's been working out. So it's all good. I think, and I buy leaps, right? I buy stocks 2 years out. I think it definitely be challenging that all-time high by then. So I like the move here. With Walmart, you're just looking at another $10 for the next year, maybe 15. It's so it goes up, but it's up 10. Up 10, down 7, up 11, down 8. It's so volatile and up down, up down. But look at that, man. I mean, Snowflake. It's incredible growth here. It's still an expensive company. I like it. I hate being tech heavy like I am, but that's what goes up, right? I don't want to be a owner. Actually, I was in McDonald's. I was going to say, I don't want to be a holder of McDonald's. I love McDonald's, by the way. Not the food, the stock. I sold it yesterday for Bitcoin, okay? Because I just believe in it more. I'm all in Bitcoin. I'm all in. I feel like I don't own enough. And I'm at 20% of my portfolio is in Bitcoin now. So, I just feel like I don't own enough. That's a weird feeling. So yeah, I'm all in that. What was I going to talk about? McDonald's, AT&T. You can see that break. Look at that. It's incredible. The stock is it's just trash. 8% yield. If that, and they just cut the yield. Now it's already back at 8%. Just going, all the people that own, I just think about all the people that owned this forever, that just for the yield. And now, those people that got thousands and maybe millions in it for retirement, I could just see them bailing, finding another stock to kind of hold them through. I don't know. I think it's going to be tough to turn, but 8% is nice. If you believe this thing is going to turn around, you collect the 8% yield, but these guys might cut it. again. So that won't be good. I mean, if they do that again recently, like this thing could go lower, but it broke. It could be a fake breakout. Can't believe I'm talking about AT&T here. Could be a fake breakout, but a breakdown. Sorry, it could be a fake breakdown, and this could be the time to get in, right? So, something to look at. Here's a stock I sold, which was Shake Shack, and just looking at trend lines, support and resistance. You can see that line. I sold it when it broke, and sure enough, it worked. I took a big hit up here. It made me money. For the most part, it did nothing. It was more like an opportunity cost. I was in it here somewhere. It got up here. I wrote it back down, expecting it to. Nah, look what's it's just giving it up, right? So most of that money is in Starbucks. I love the restaurant space, and you can see what Starbucks is doing. And Starbucks came down to, like, it's at its lows. This is the time to get in, right? See that little range right here? Let me get rid of this. See that little range? Right? And we're at the bottom of the range. Starbucks is not, I won't say, you can never say never, but it's not going to break down. Even if it does, this is a stock I feel comfortable in buying more. I feel like, oh, yeah, no problem, right? As long as I see those lines going around the building of Starbucks and people waiting to spend their $5 or more, it's all good, right? Especially when we come back when the economy, and we're going to get there. It'll be more people getting in line for Starbucks. So I like it. Hopefully it doesn't do a Shake Shack. Hopefully it doesn't Shake Shack me, but I like it. Put on my glasses on that, Ernesto. You said, man, I'm just hoping tech keeps pushing this week. AMD. Oh, let me pull up those semis. AMD, Taiwan, and the Qs are big swings for me. Like you said, it hasn't gone under the trend, so you're feeling confident. Yeah, let's just make sure it goes above. Because I really feel that we bounced, but is it like that bearish bounce? You know what I mean? Let me zoom in here again and look at that. By the way, the monthly looks really good. The monthly is all good, right? Pull up that weekly. By the way, I only look at weeklies. I rarely go to the dailies, but if you want to get better at trading, stay away from those dailies, right? Unless you're trying to be in, out, but that's hard. That's so hard. I did a video on my 14,000 days on Twitter. I took the video down, but the post is on Twitter. I didn't do anything. I didn't even trade that day. I didn't trade the day before either, I don't think. So you just be patient and you wait for your move. Take the position and wait for your move. How do you do that with weeklies and monthlies? With dailies, you're going to get all chopped up. 4 hours, 1 minute. Those are good to maybe get a better timing at your entry. But if I'm like, okay, I'm going to be in this trade until 2024. I can care less if I up or down $2. If I think the stock is going up and I'm going to try to be out somewhere in the next 2 years, I could care less about getting down to the 5-minute chart and all that stuff to get the best in. Just get me in, right? Like right now, I think, well, I can't say that with this chart. Like we was talking about Starbucks, right? Just get me in, okay? I just want to be in. I don't care about the up or down the next day or 2 or 3, whatever. Because you can miss it, man. Just if you believe it's going up. Anyway, so you believe it's going up because you're looking at the weeklies, right? Look at this. Everything is really, it's all good. Right? You see the low. Well, here was a lower high, but kinda, it's still kind of right there, right? Maybe like a double top down. Now you got your breakout. You can see that consolidation right here. Really like in this area, like a wedge, a ascending wedge. The breakout, down, up. Here's another. So I'm trying to look at the pattern here, right? So down, up, kind of double top, down, breakout, kind of just like it was here. So here we go again, down, up. So we should actually come up to that double top area if it's going to do what it's been doing for the last year and a half. Right? We should come up here and then pull back. Maybe that'll scare everybody out. If you negative, VIX is low when we get a little further up. Maybe you can buy puts for this move. Maybe, and then it comes down and then and then breakout. So we should have something like that, and I'm only saying that because that's what it's been doing all the way around here. If you look at the stochastic part, now I'm going to clear all of this stuff out, even though I hate clearing it. Let's clear. You know, when I look at charts and do technical analysis, I like to look back, because the stocks, like, you can't compare, to say, the Qs to Microsoft, or you compare the Qs to Qs, Microsoft to Microsoft. Compare it to itself, right? So if we look at this stochastic, oh shoot, sorry man, I can't get my drawings right. What's going on Twitter? What the hell's going on here? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, stochastic, right? Coming up from the lows. I love the crossovers. I love that. When's the last time we got this low, right, with the stochastic? Right here, right? This is a 39. Well, that's over here. I'll just draw them, okay? Because it's not frequently. Here, we didn't get that low. So the last time we got that low was here. And, of course, if I draw a circle right there, we got the crossover just like now. And if you look what happened at the stock chart at that moment, it was a great time to buy, right? And we took off, double topped, like I had that line before. A little pullback. Let me see, that pullback was 9%. That pullback scared a lot of people, right? But that should have been a time to buy. Because look, it's even a higher low. So anyway, and then took off. Then it just off to the races. And that happened here. So we're at that point now. Even though it's been up for the last 3 days, the last 3 weeks, it's still kind of oversold looking at the stochastic on the weekly chart. Okay, so it looks good. And we're going into the season. We're going into the seasonal end here. So, yeah, everything looks good. Like I said, that 10-year bothers me, though. But it's still, the thing about the 10-year, it's still low. And this is what it just think where we are with the market. We are at all-time highs. All-time highs. What about when it was 2015, 2012, 2005, when the 10-year was at 4%, 5%? We was just making all-time highs. So now it went from 1.2, which was extremely low, to 1.5. Big deal, right? It's still low. You know what I mean? So yeah, 1.6, 1.7. It's still low. So let me go. I'm trying to go to the monthly. Right? The bottom line is, I did this. Gosh, man. How many videos ago? I forgot. This is the trend, by the way. I don't see this reversing. This is why Bitcoin is blowing up. This, right? I don't see this reversing. It's just the bounce. It's been doing the long-term trend. This goes back to 2001. Down. And we're gonna be. I feel we're gonna be negative interest rates. Just like a lot of the other countries, we're just doing better. We're holding on. I don't talk about this too much because it's not my thing. I just like looking at charts and stuff, but that's not good. And I think we're just bouncing. This is just like, remember I got done saying compare it to what it's been doing, and look at it, down, bounce. Here's down. Look at that, roll, down, up. Down, up. I mean, the bounces are pretty significant. I think that's what we're having now, but I think we'll eventually hit a lower high and start to trend down. What that's going to be, I don't know. Maybe that's the rally, because they worried about trend. What's that word? The transition, inflation, transitional inflation. Basically, you're right. This is just temporary. So maybe Powell's going to be right, and then inflation starts coming in, and then boom, the market just takes off, right? Because it's kind of, walking a balance beam, because we think he's saying inflation is transitional, but we don't think it is, right? We think it's permanent, and it's just going to get worse. So maybe something happens, inflation starts coming in, they start thinking he's right, he's a genius, and then the market just starts taking off. Maybe that's the catalyst. I don't know. But I know this trend, Why would this change? It's been going down like this. And if I could go longer, I'm sure it's even higher. It's been going down forever. And we ain't even in the worst condition. They can't change this. They can't stop printing this money and stuff, so and that's the yeah, this means buy Bitcoin. So all right, let me look at some comments. You said yeah, we talked. Oh, I didn't bring up the okay, SMHQs, all that stuff coming up. You said, oh, my babe's on there. She says, think about what she should be working, and she's on her phone typing comments, but we'll read it anyway. You said, babe, think about what we needed to practice. This has been perfect video right here. Yeah, but that's going to be a pre-recorded video. We have something in store for you guys. Anyway, yeah, you feel about catching the right entry. Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I remember when I first started trading, I'm talking about entry points. I was so focused, when I just said, F it, it's going higher, just get me in. My trading bet got better. When I got there and got, and I'm stressing over a 50 cent, even a buck, depending on how big the stock is, I'm missing moves and no, it never comes to you, right? And then you're like, I'm going to wait, be patient. And it just gets away from you. Can you imagine the people that said, I'm going to wait, be patient to catch Tesla? Look, 896 while I was doing this video. The title of this video is Tesla's to the moon, right? Oh, so I had this butterfly position. I sold 900 calls. I bought the 880 and sold the 930. I bought it for $130. That trade would have been like, I would have been able to sell it right now probably for $1,000 if and it expires tomorrow, right? Right there. It's a butterfly. I got to do a video on butterflies. If you guys know what butterflies is, you know what I'm talking about. I so timed this $900. I never get the butterflies right. I nailed it. And I sold it yesterday. I got faked out. So anyway, we'll see. Look at that. Tesla's on fire. Yeah, we're going to, if it breaks out, remember, now it's like new price discovery. Okay, it's got to find the next level. Everybody in the stock is a winner. A lot of people ain't going to want to sell. I know I did that simple, diagram with up, sideways, up. Generally, leg A. This is leg B. I don't know if you can see my hands. Maybe I could draw it right. Leg A. Let's draw some circles. Leg A. That square, that triangle is B. Right? And this is C. This one. Generally, C is the same distance as A. A is 1,300%. I gotta be honest, I can't see Tesla going 1,300%, but I do see it going higher. But maybe they come out, these guys are making robots, and maybe the semi comes out. Nobody's doing that, but it's just them. So maybe they're gonna drop the semi truck. So I don't know what's gonna bring it up 1,300%, but we'll just call it. It's gonna go higher. It's really hitting that resistance hard, like. I can't really do this too good because I got stitches. I should be in a sling right now. Right, so here I'm going to do it with my left hand. It really should be hitting that resistance hard. So therefore it's going to go through. Just think of it like a battering ram, right? The cops go, right? Get out, please. I think it's the coffee. I think it's the coffee, right? And the harder you hit, the bigger the battering ram, the easier the door falls down. So we're not just kind of brushing up against it like this. The thing is just ramming through it. And maybe a day or two on the pullback. I really don't see it going through, but just because this is one of the most powerful patterns. Maybe a day or two on the pullback. And then when it busts through, forget about it, man. Volume is down too. We'll see. I'm very excited about this move, but it seems unreal. I don't know. But hey, the stock chart's going up. You got to cover the name. You got to say, hey, this is just a stock chart. Is this going higher or low? You say higher. If it's Tesla, no, it ain't Tesla. They bigger than all the companies combined. I don't know. That's big. Okay, so no new comments. All right, so anybody? Stock? Anybody? Did I miss any? Appreciate any? Did you watch Gray? Oh, okay. You got to talk about SMH, and that's right. I'm sorry, I didn't said that and said that. I was long to SMH. I had calls on it, and when I heard about when it was acting funny, the chip shortage, right? You got the chip shortage, you got the supply chain, and then this pullback right here, which was all it was. Every stock was doing this. I decided to bail. I was like, I don't know if this is. I don't know if it's ready for the next leg. Even though there's a chip shortage, but the supply, I don't know. So so far it's almost proven me wrong because it looks like it's coming up hard and wants to break out, right? It wants to break out again, or at least test that upper resistance. And generally, when you come out of the range, that's exactly what it does. It goes out, comes down, tests, and then off to the races. It's kind of doing that now, but it came back in the range. So let's just see what happens here. Yeah, I just bailed. I didn't feel comfortable. AMD broke out. Let's go back to AMD, and then it sold off like 20%. Here it is. I was like, okay, yeah, that's powering the breakout of the SMH, right? So we came all the way up here. I mean, AMD was down to 85. I mean, in no time, this thing was at 120. It was a little steep. So that's what, matter of fact, that's what made me get into the SMH, because I was like, AMD's, I'm in the SMH. I want to be in all of them, a little less volatility. AMD kind of took off, and the SMH got some AMD in it. And then the thing was pulled back 23%, back to 99. So I was like, if everything is all, why is this thing pulling back 20%? So I just got out. I think it was somewhere around that pullback. And now look, we're about to test the all-time highs. So looking at this, look at the stochastic, looks good, volume overall, everything looks good. So you was asking me about the semis. AMD looks good. This is like the leader. Well, Taiwan semis good. I really pull, yeah. And when you pull up the monthly like that, you shrink it down. It doesn't look so dramatic, right? So you have the up, sideways, and you generally get up, right? And then it'll be sideways. Oh shoot, I messed up my chart. You get what I was saying. Up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways, up, side, and this kind of keeps climbing. Right? The stairs, right? The stairs. Look at that. It's like little staircases. So everything is intact, right? Let's pull up Taiwan, see what this thing is doing. Wow. This was the leader. Look at that pullback. I mean, they even negative today. I'm not liking that at all, right? I just look at this. Why is this thing getting no action? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it compared to AMD. And what's the next one? Isn't there another major one up in this index? Well, let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's in there. Yeah, see, NVIDIA's up. Why is AMD up, NVIDIA up, right? And then Taiwan down. It's weird. I don't like that. There's no relative strength there. It's what's pushing the SMH. So right now it's AMD, NVIDIA. I forget there's another. Isn't KLA in there? KLA 10 core. KLA. Is that still a company? Okay, they're down. But it's not as bad as the Taiwan. Just last month it was breaking all-time highs. So yeah, I don't know. That's what makes me like the SMHs, because I don't know which one to pick. I want to be in AMD, but it gets too hot. I was in NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA, but yeah, the AMD and NVIDIA. Although I'll be in both like a basket, but then or the SMH when you just want to set it and forget it, right? So look at that. Yeah, the AMD looks great. It looks great. Gosh, it looks real good. So I like AMD. When do these guys report earnings? Go to the equities, show corporate action. That is October 26th, next week. Next Tuesday. So that report, it might determine that in Taiwan, determine the direction of because I think Taiwan is the biggest holding in SMH. It will determine the direction of that index. You said you've been going back and forth with AMD in Taiwan since AMD was in the 70s. It is. That thing just runs. I like it now, but you know what? I gotta be honest. We know Taiwan Semi is a great company. I don't know what's going on it. We don't look at fundamentals, but if you got that pullback, right? So this is something that I'm not throwing it away, but this is the discount, right? This is the one you're getting from the highs, 25% off versus the new highs of AMD. So I like that as a to get in to start chipping away, or what was that called? Dollar cost averaging, right? As long as this thing holds here, right? There's the breakdown point. As long as that can hold, I think we all good. If this thing breaks down here, you can see the next level, which was, I'm gonna say, more like right here, right? So it could fall a lot. I'm looking at the monthly chart. I mean, if it broke 107, let's call it 105. If it broke that, I mean, it's possibly is coming way down here, and that's a far drop. Another 20%, right? So I don't think it's gonna do that. So therefore, this is probably a good time to buy it, right? And it's hitting along this support, maybe a little lower since it's showing. Because just think, if the market was down today, let me pull up the Qs real quick, make sure it's still up. Okay, look at the Qs, right? Why is it not? If the market is down today, let's say it's down. Oh man, Taiwan would be getting killed. So I think it's market being up is the only thing kind of holding it, keeping it in the air. So it might have some more falling to do. But it's a good time to scoop it up. And then when it breaks that, let's call it 105, then say, I get out, or scoop up more there, and, just get ready be prepared for it to not work. Maybe people's buying it. There's probably some fundamental thing going on that, I don't know, it seems like it should be up, right? That thing is holding down the SMH. It's like keeping it down. But the SMH is doing well. It's up 3.36, right? So I like that. I like the SMH and AMD and NVIDIA, right? I like all three of them. Anything else? Hey, so I got 5 people in here. If y'all can hit the like button, I appreciate it. 6 now. Look at that. I just increased my viewership by 20%. Anyway, if y'all could hit the like button, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody up being here. Maybe I gotta go to live a little earlier. Generally, I go live about noon to 1, somewhere in there, maybe 1, and only a few people come in. So I usually go live stay live as long as you want, as long as y'all participating. But if no one is saying nothing, I'll be like, peace, I'm out. Keep an eye on this. Go back to Tesla. That was the title of the video. 898. Oh my gosh. This thing is on fire. Is that what I said? Clear everything out. Look at the run. Did these guys say anything that I'm missing? I can't believe I closed that trade out. Can I go to Janui maintains buy on Tesla, raises. So I got a price raise today of 1040. Damn, it's going to get there today, right? So you come out and say, we're going to raise the price target to 1040. It's going to get there today. Anyway, so, oh man, favorite alternative energy stocks with expected upside of 102%. Is that Tesla's one of them? I don't know. Check out one of my portfolios here. Oh, okay. You said you left for a minute. Check out Baidu. I will. Baidu. Didn't you get in that? Didn't you get in that when it took that turn? Very good trade. And we talked about it. We said, hey, that's good. That's a good, it's good. One guy, he was in the comments and he bought the wrong position. He bought an option that was like 40 points out the money that expired in a week. It just wasn't going to get there that fast. So even though you had the direction right, you had the time wrong and the price wrong. So when you sense a move like what Baidu did, fast, quick, brisk, you want to get closer to the money if you're going to play a short option. That's why I like long term. The short options, anything to me 60 days or less, needs to be sold. Sell those things, and buy anything long. I know they're expensive. I get why you buy the short term. They're cheap, but if you believe in it, like I said, you could buy spreads. I always buy spreads, but if you believe in it, don't worry. You ain't gonna lose that much money because you got time, right? An option consists of intrinsic value and extrinsic value. You got time portion, and you got the stock portion. They're in the money, right? So if some of your option is in the money, I mean, you're always gonna hold that portion of the option price. And then you got the time part. Right, so the leaps that I buy, and I generally buy leaps that are right there at the money, maybe a little bit out because I know I got years. For the most part, they not gonna disintegrate overnight. I could sleep even when something gets hit like PayPal. Oh my God! Why are you buying Pinterest? I'm looking to sell my options on that one. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I tried to figure it out. I tried to listen to other people, see what they. I can't figure why. I just can't figure that one out. We bought it for the payment services, not to be the social media, not even the best social media company. So now it's a social. I don't know. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. It's disappointing. Anyway, this is Baidu. It looks great, JRH. Right? Look at the breakout. It's just now getting going. If anybody would, they just found Jack Ma, by the way. They saw him walking somewhere. He flew out the country. I think it's only up 0.35 today. Anyway, it looks great. It definitely, this thing is breaking out. And now it's making higher lows, right? And higher highs. Can you see that? I'm on the wrong thing. Right? There's a low. Here's a higher low. Here's a high. So this thing is stair-stepping, and here's a higher high, right? That's a break, and you're breaking that downward trend. This is a beautiful stock. Yeah, I like it. Just remember the risk of China. Okay, these guys could come out and just say some shit, and boom, it's down 20. It's not down 20%, but you know what I mean. So it has that risk. But I think that risk is all priced in because when it started getting that, all that craziness that was happening in China, it just kept selling off. I think it started with Jack Ma bad mouthing the regime over there, and it just started getting crazy. And then he was missing, and then it disappears that all of that's priced in. I think all of that's I can't draw a circle big enough, but all that's priced in, I think. So I think we're good. Right, here's the price in. And I think everyone now that it seems things are maybe getting a little better and it's a good deal and people are looking for value, especially in this growth. I mean, Baidu is a high growth company. Yeah, it's a shot, right? It's definitely turned around. See some volume picking up. Look at the stochastic finally turning around. So I like everything about it. I like everything. I'm not in it. I would. I'm just not. So I like this one. This is the stock of the day. Let's call it the stock of the day because I like it. It looks good. AMD, that was a good one. I am looking at, this is Thinkorswim. Who's that? Simon Phil. I think that's the first. I know that's the first time I ever said your name. So thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. And thanks for participating and making a comment. I think you're talking about this program I'm using. It's Thinkorswim. It's free with a Thinkorswim account. I don't really, if you're saying look at those data, I'm just looking at the charts. I don't really have any data program. I'm trying to making sure you're talking about this. This is all I look at. I look at my charts consist of, let me clear all this out. It consists of the chart. I mostly use weeklies and monthlies, and then maybe go back to the dailies if I need to fine tune that. Because I want to see I want to see the move. It makes it so easy. That's probably why you say, hey man, those charts look clean. Because I'm using weeklies. Weeklies is the key. I don't care what happens in 2 days from now. When I get into a trade, I want to be in it for a little bit. So that's see the chop here? Like you'd be like, oh, it's going. And then from here to here, let's go From here to here is down 14%. Holy cow, right? So just August 19th, it's down, then it's up, and then it's down 14, then it's up. What's the move? And then you look at it and you're like, looks like it's going sideways. Looks like it wants to take another leg down. But then when you come to the weekly and just make it, and then you could draw cleaner trend lines, you could see what's happening. So I like the weeklies, right? I think it should pull back. I don't think it should just take off from here. You're also coming into this heavy area of resistance. I think that's why it's kind of down today, like only up 50 cents. See all of these guys right here? Right? I always look at, when you want to see resistance, just look left, okay? So it comes up. What's to the left? You move left, nothing, 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 nothing. Uh-oh, and then you start seeing all of these. These are bag holders, people holding a bag. These are money. People lost their money. These guys didn't make money for the last, what is this? I don't know, since 4 or 5 months. So as it gets up here, they start selling, right? These guys start selling to these guys. So this thing will start going to sideways, and then it'll balance out, right? And then it can move higher. And that's what that whole support resistance is. So it's hitting this area. These guys, and the more you see it over here, like if it was just one bar, you'd be like, man, that's nothing. We could bust through that in a day or two. But the more you see, that's some serious resistance right there, you know? So it's going to be a lot of sellers, a lot of activity in here. And I think that's what's happening. It's because it's approaching that area. So we'll see what happens. Not all the time. Sometimes the buying's so strong it can almost blast through. Generally not, but usually that's what happens. So stochastic looks good and all that stuff. Anyway, they're coming out with earnings on November 16th. So they're going to be last, right? So all the powerhouses report next week, man. You said, do you still think Tesla will make it to? No, I don't think it's going to 1,000 today. I don't even think it's going to go past 900. It's going to blow through 900, but not today. That's my guess, by the way, because we know the stock can do anything. It's going to 1,000. Okay, I'm saying it. I don't know when though. I don't have a time frame on that. So we can do this though. Look at that lift off. Let's do this. Let's just make a trend line. And when I do my options, I do this sometimes. Most of the time, actually. Let's draw that out. Right? So if it follows trend, right, and the 1,000 mark is right here, it should cross 1,000. Right? And this is simple. That's March 28th, right? So April 1st. Let's just call it April 1st. 1,000. Okay, so that's my guess. Okay. Now, you could see I almost have to have two guesses on this. Because all of a sudden, it's going parabolic. It wants to go parabolic. So if we draw that trend line, here's 1,000, right? Here. And then that is November 8th. That's 2 weeks from now. So those are my two guesses. If this thing keeps going up on this new trend line, a couple weeks. But if it pulls back, because it really, man, I don't know what's happening here. It really should pull back. I don't think it's going to pull back that much, though. Damn, I'm like looking at it, like coming back to the breakouts, like 750. I don't think it's going to do that anytime soon. But if it did pull back to this trend, the main trend, the primary, it's in May, April 1st. If it stayed on this new secondary line, right? 2 weeks. That seems crazy, right? Another 100 points 2 weeks from now. You can see it already struggling. I can't believe I got out of that trade. And look at that. This is just what we're talking about. There's no way. I won't say no way, but see how it just hit, right? Hit 900. You can see the selling. It's almost easy money on these double tops to sell premium up here. And because it's going to be a minute for it to break through. And then when it breaks through, it's going to go. So, you know, and everybody's looking at the same chart, right? They're all like, okay, 900 sell, you know, and it's Not that Tesla sucks. It's just that it's a trade. Hey, it hits 900. Let's sell it. Um, you said Tesla is really the stock of fire. Tesla is really the stock of fire right now. Let's go back to that heat map. Let's see what's happening here. Refresh. Yeah, look at that green. Put your sunglasses on. Oh, Netflix. I'm in that. But I bought a position in Netflix. I sold some put spreads on it. So I liked the action, which was no action, right? I liked it. It came out. Earnings was pretty good. Squid Game didn't, for everything that was going on with Squid Game, you figure they should have had more new subs. I think they have 4.4 million. So I'm like, personally, I don't think. I mean, if you come out with Squid Game, I'm not gonna, and I don't have Netflix. I'm not gonna buy Netflix for. I don't get that, right? They think they come out with a hot movie and they get all these millions of subs. Or if I did, I'll buy it. I use the free trial, watch it, and quit, or I buy it and then cancel it. So I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, it held. It was nice price action yesterday. So I was like, I'm gonna sell some puts. I don't think it's gonna go lower, and I was right. It's up 3.23%. So that's what's on fire. Nvidia's up. AMD. Oh, we forgot to talk about NXP Semiconductors. That's helping at SMH. I guess everything in here. Texas Instruments. Broadcom. I like Broadcom. It's got a weird name, AVGO. Intel is even up. Right, when Intel's up, man. SMH. Intel is up. What else we got in there? I forgot about Skyworks. So yeah, I used to pull these. I used to trade. I used to own it. Like my style, but they always made me. I don't know. You got to be patient with these guys because they're on or off. Like when it's risk off, Simi's sold. Risk on, Simi's bought. It's like on off. You can't just. It's just like that, and you feel when risk off, you feel like, oh my gosh, these things will never make money again. When it's risk on, you can't get enough of it. But Micron, it's not. Micron's down. It's not even participating. And then trying to see Texas Instruments. Yeah, some good stocks in there. Xilinx, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. What did I want to talk about? Tesla. I forgot what I was going to talk about. $8.98. Let's see. I'm curious, man. I don't think it's going above 9. It might close at like 902, something like that, 904. Oh man, it hit 900 and bounced back. Yeah, it's very strong. It's showing. It's not like a huge sell-off. It's only selling off a couple bucks. It's like it hit it like a wall and just riding it sideways. It's incredible. Up $32 after the run it had. I mean, gosh, this run. The market, when I was saying, hey man, I like Tesla, I decided to go long. Like I'm really long Amazon, Tesla, and CrowdStrike. It was almost hard to believe the trade because the market wasn't doing that well. But I was like, the price, it looks good. It's a great chart this thing is putting in. And it's paying off, man. It is a great chart. It's just a great chart. I don't know. These guys, I don't know, man. A lot of times, stocks be predicting things that we don't see, and they be accurate. So, we'll see, man. I guess I'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about it. But it's gonna break. It's hitting it, so it's going to break to hit that upper resistance at 3.63% today. Up 31 points to hit it. Just think, if 900 wasn't the high right now, this thing would probably be having a 5%, 6-7% day. It's only being pulled back because of that double top. And that's why it's just kind of riding. And look at the volume. It's not really there on this move, but if it comes, look out, right? That was something I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. All right, so viewership is about to going down, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I appreciate Simon chiming in, Ernesto, Mary, I always appreciate you. JRH, of course, he's a moderator in here. He's still waiting for his opportunity to moderate. This is the jewelry box. That's my girlfriend. She's a moderator too. Oh, wait a minute. And then Ravings. Okay, Ravings. I was talking about your comment, and I didn't see your name, but that's the first time he's seeing your name. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you chiming in as well and checking me out, giving me an opportunity to make a video. Watch the videos I've in the past. By the way, I have my accuracy is pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so go check it. Go check the past videos. You know, I like doing pre-recorded videos. Put it this way, I like doing live videos, but I would rather do pre-recorded videos. The only reason why I do live videos because they can do them. I get on, click, start, click end, I'm done. So as soon as I end the video, I can just go make me something to eat, be done. If you do a pre-recorded video, I gotta end it, I gotta edit it, I gotta render it, put my little things in there, upload it, come back and load up YouTube, put a title, put the tags in, put the description, get a thumbnail. I ain't got time for all that. So that's why I like doing live videos. But live videos are better, especially if you participate, because we can go on and just start talking about the things that you want to talk about, right? Because that's what I want to do. I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. You just see what you're doing. Let's look at CrowdStrike. Remember I said I'm long that. This thing is about to break out, right? So that's looking good. And let's pull up Netflix. That thing was having a hell of a day. Generally, Netflix, and look at the breakout, it's just in full effect. No pullback. Well, there it was, and it's just gone. Generally, Netflix, in my experience, it pulls back. Wait a minute, let me find a week. Generally, in my experience with Netflix, it after earnings, it always seems to be miserable and then catches its breath. This time, that's what made me put on a trade. This time, I was like, wow, it kind of didn't do anything. Let's get long, and I did that by selling puts. Look at the breakout, right? That's a textbook breakout, right? You say, oh man, what does a breakout look like? Well, it looks like that. We should have. Only thing is missing. This is the monthly. Let's go to the weekly. I was gonna say one thing we missing. Oh no! Look at the volume. See the volume coming in right here, right? See it's above average. So that's a breakout. And that's what we don't have in Tesla yet. We don't have that volume. But when it does, because it's going to have a lot of people that's wrong, short, they got to buy it back to get even. So Netflix, wow. A lot of, over the last 4 months or so, the stocks have been breaking out and pulling right back, like fake breakouts. But this one looks real. Looks real. Look at that earnings. Yeah, so Netflix. Pull up Disney. Just curious because of the Disney. It's funny because Disney ran on this. I don't know if you guys got Disney Plus. You might have kids. I don't have kids, but I do, but they don't live with me. Disney Plus. I bought it. I was like, this kind of sucks. And I canceled it. So anyway, it's going because I don't want to see how many times you're gonna watch Star Wars in those movies. Anyway, so I was like, how is this going high on Disney Plus? When everything was closed and Disney Plus sucks. I think people realize it here. So you see that arrow I got down? You can see support is holding. It's holding. But I think it's going to break. We'll see. You can keep an eye on this. And we got earnings coming up. So November 10th. Earnings is going to determine if this thing breaks or not. If this thing does not break on earnings, it's probably a good time to get in. But earnings, if they, oh my God, and then it'll break, and then it's not a good time to get in. It depends on how hard it gets hit. So I don't see it running in earnings. Look at it just pushing against the resistance, the support. Remember I was talking about the battering ram and boom, boom, boom. It's doing that to the bottom, right? When the SPY, everything is kind of hitting the tops. This thing is hitting the bottom. That's weak. That's weak relative strength. Look at the selling on the red days, and the stochastic is coming down. The green days, there's hardly no volume, so it's just not looking good. Here, I had a little circle saying, okay, right, we came down, we held, and I thought we was going back up to the highs. No, we turned around quick. So that's not good. And so put that lower high, and you can see that pattern, right? The bear flag. So generally it does break down. That's why I drew this arrow, and this is gonna break down to as much as that flag post. It's not the greatest bear flag, but it's one to me. Oh man, you said you wanted to ask me a question on Twitter. Yeah, shoot. A question on Twitter about photography. Yeah. Oh, you're going to? Okay. Yeah, you can hit me up in my inbox over there, or just make it public, whatever you want to do. You said you bought skills, and it turned right away and went up every day since. Can't sell it now. At least I didn't pay much to get in. Let me see. You said you bought you bought a put. Okay, you bought a put. I thought you said you bought it. You bought a put, and it turned right away and went up every day since. Ooh, let me see. Now I'm gonna get closer. When did you buy? This thing looks like you should be making money, because this thing, you must have bought it somewhere over here. Did you buy it October 12th, like a week and a half ago? Yeah, you almost got to wait for that next downturn. It's coming into earnings, so be careful, right? Be careful. Looks like buying is coming in, but that trend is lower. It could, yeah. Let's see what earnings. Let's see what earnings is going to be about. If it kind of get that pop, catches ground on earnings, we may say a big day, not necessarily jump in on that day, but maybe that's the end of the downtrend. Then you can get in. Like, okay, earnings pop up 5%, 8%. Let me see what it's looking at for earnings. When is this? Let's see what the anticipated move is. When you have Thinkorswim, this is the earning. You could look right here, and you could see the anticipated move. It's going to be, by then, it's going to be up or down $2. If it doesn't give you that number, you can take the at the money price. This is the 10 strike, right? And you add over here. Let's call it 95 cents. And then you add over here. Let's call it 95 cents. So that's $1.90, right? So yeah, it says $1.98. So you could do both sides. Just add here and add here. And that will tell you the move that it's anticipating. Not on that day, but now, today till then. So they basically saying this thing will be up $2 or down $2 by that date, right? So let's go back to the chart. Wow, this thing is so right now it's trading at 10, right? So it's basically saying I think it could get as low as $8, which is that low, by the way. Notice how it's that low. But if we do go down, it's probably going to break that low, that support. And then you can hit them hard. But if it goes up, if it can kind of catch some momentum on this uptrend, it might go up for a little bit. But right now it's 10, so it's saying it can go as high as $12 by earnings. Not on earnings, but from now until earnings, right? So that's the range that this should move within before in the next 2 weeks. But good luck on that trade. Sometimes it happens, by the way. But I think you was right with the put. I think your timing was a little off. Also, I don't like to go. I'm bad by the way, I suck at going short, okay? I suck at it. But I want a little bit more meat on the bone, all right? So this thing is already down here. So you got to be careful. Like, I would have been maybe interested in shorting up here, right? So it comes up and you can see these nasty wicks and it's starting to break down. See some support right here, and then it breaks, right? So maybe there's your support. You see that break, and then maybe that was the time to get in. It's a little bit more meat on the bones up here at 20, but now you're way down here at 10 and 8. It's not meaty enough for me to take that short position. So that's how I would have been thinking about it. Not saying that it can't go lower. Of course, if it went from 10 to 5, you make 50% of your money, but it's pretty damn low right now. Let me go to the let me see something with the 4-hour chart. And you could see, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Don't do this much. You see my moving, oh, I forgot to finish my charts, by the way. You can see that moving average. And then all of a sudden, it's starting to flatten out, right? If you look really hard. So we want to catch it when it's steep, when you get that move like that, right? So now it's starting to flatten out. So that's me. But I suck at going short. I like going long. I would rather, if it looks like it's going up, I want to get in. If it looks like it's going down, I'll just take a pass. That's me. Unless it really thinks, I'm on to something. There's no way this company can make money. It's gonna go out of business. Then I might go ahead and put that put on. All right, so thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Yeah, my little chart thing, I'll just talk about that real quick. So I got I'll do it on Tesla. Let's make sure this thing ain't break 900. 894. It's coming in now. Candlesticks, of course. I like to use weeklies. And then I got 2 moving averages. I like to have them different colors. One is the 9, one is the 20. Those are the ones I just picked. I didn't get that from anywhere. Over experience and playing with different moving averages, that's what I like. I was like, I like the 9 and 20, and I look at them just to see the direction of the chart. Also crossovers, right? I want to see if it's crossing over, if it's hanging out sideways. I like to see them. You can see the crossover here. When that blue, that's the short one, is over the purple, it's bullish, and when it crosses over, it's kind of bearish. And so I like looking at that. Right? It's almost like what's happening down here with the stochastic. I like looking at volume. Volume, it took me forever to learn how to read. All volume means is truth. Okay, so when you see a move, right? Let's say, like I said, I was looking for volume on this breakout. When you see a move, you go down to the volume. Okay, Tesla broke out. Do we have volume with this move? Is this move true? Right? It's a true or false indicator. So it breaks out. Hey, is that move true? You look at the volume, and if you have volume, it's true. Okay, if it breaks out and you have no volume, it's false. Not all the time. This is just most of the time. Okay, so it's the true or false indicator. It tells you what's going on. So when you have, say, a steep decline, say some news came out and it sells off hard, and there was no volume behind it, false. Okay, so if it breaks down and you get volume because they came out and said something stupid and it's like the volume is spiking, it's true. Okay, so that's how you gotta look. It's really a true false indicator. You probably hear that nowhere else but here. I make it simple. Okay, it's really that simple. You want volume on move, right? You need volume to move things, sell. Like if I had all these, if I had 5 books and I sold 3, you'd be like, wow, but if I only had 3 people there's no volume. You know what I mean? It's like fake. Because am I going to sell it to the next 5 people? Might not. But if I sold 3 and I had a whole bunch of people, I noticed this is not making any sense really. But, you just want the people. You want the people. You want the crowd. All right. That makes it real. And then the stochastic. I don't really like... I like to see the move, and it's not really I don't use it you can use it as a lot of different things. I don't use it as an overbought, oversold thing. I use it as a going up, going down thing. So when this starts going down, I'm like, oh, they're selling, right? It's not good. It's not, the setup ain't right. It going up, I like that, even though, and it could stay up here for a while, man. This could stay up here forever, and the stock can go high. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried more about if it breaks that blue line, it's heading down. If it's trending down, I probably don't want to be in it. If it's trending up, especially if it's coming off the lows, I want to be in it. Right? That's a stock I want to be in. So that's how I kind of look at the stochastic. And that's it. That's all I have on my charts. Try to keep it clean. I used to have a bunch of I had all kinds of shit on my charts, man. I was experimenting with everything, you know. Oh, they're trying to disguise this. Man, you definitely gotta find out what works for you. And you just need two, no more than two indicators to help you out. Just one even. I mean, that way you eliminate confusion. You know, just you don't need all that noise. Like, look, I just added all this. What is that? When they're gonna report. So let me get rid of that noise. Right? Just keep it clean. I draw simple trend lines, right? And they be right most of the time. I mean, a lot of people got all these bells and whistles. A little red arrow pops up by that, this and that, and this spin or change colors and all these Don't need it. Don't need it. Get rid of it. Let's just draw simple trend lines, all right? So this is Tesla. We're looking at it. You'll see me draw it. I said get in at the low, right? There it is. There's the trend line. I rode that all the way up. Why did I get in? Because it didn't break here, and it started going up. So I was like, oh, it's a good chance to get in. All I did was draw a line. I connected that low to that low. That's it. And I was like, you know what? It's going up now, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it. When am I going to get out? Well, if it breaks that low. That's it. It was just really that simple. We're way away from that low now, so it ain't going to break that low. Now we're looking at this high. So you can almost reverse it, turn the chart upside down, right? It's going to struggle here. It's a double top. This pattern is so bullish, especially this lift off up into this resistance. That's incredible. Of course, anything can happen, by the way. So I'm talking all this stuff and saying then tomorrow the thing's down 50, 80 points. So I understand anything can happen, but the best probability, this thing will kind of gyrate a little bit and then probably break out. Want to see volume? Look, volume is hardly not there. That's the only thing that bothers me about right now. In the week, this is a weekly, so weeklies are still being drawn, right? I got till tomorrow just to show me some volume. But I think if it does break out, the volume will start to kick out. I want to see something like this. I mean, we're nowhere near even the average volume. It's like crazy for the week. What's going on here? This Tesla's ripping, so no one believes in the move, and it's going up. It's leaving the train is leaving the station. So if it breaks out, you're gonna see all people panicking and even buying the breakout. You got your buying the breakout traders, right? I'm a trader that likes to get in before the breakout, I'd be wrong a lot, by the way, when I do that, because if you wait for the breakout, next thing you know, like let's say we wake up tomorrow and some news come out, whatever, and this thing is like 125. We missed it, you know. I'm like, oh. So I like to buy in anticipation of the breakout. I lost a lot of money doing that. I'm gonna be straight up honest, but what I be in on a breakout. If I really feel it's gonna break out, I don't like to wait until it does break out. You have to decide how you like to play that trade. It's tough, but yeah, I like to play it before the breakout. But once there was so many different levels with this. Right here, you can see it broke through all of that, and then I think that's what caused it to rise like it did, because people saw that breakout. I'm trying to get these charts right? They seen this breakout, and then they all in, right? It got past all that resistance right there. You got buyers just coming in here, ran it up to this resistance, and let's see how long this one holds. So I like everything. I like everything about this chart right now. It's weird, and it's going against the grain. Like the markets wasn't doing that well. Let me pull up the Qs. Only up 0.25%. Right, Qs are turning. See, by the way, we talked about this early in the video, and I just got done talking about the stochastic. See, I like seeing that coming off the lows, not necessarily down here by the blue, but off the lows and starting to trend higher. See the turn in that that stochastic. Can I zoom in there? Yeah, you see the turn, right? And you see the crossover. That's important. So I like that, right? Last time that happened was here. Look what happened, right? We got the run up. All right, so that's it. I don't have any new comments, but anyone want to talk about something before I end this video? I'll talk SHIT for a little bit before I end it. If I can get y'all to like this video, push me out. As they say, hey, help me with the YouTube algorithm. Don't your favorite YouTubers say that? I don't know if it helps, but it'll be nice. Get some algorithm help. I can need all the help I can get. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, check out my past videos. They're interesting. I try to keep it exciting. Yeah. Um, y'all see JRH in the comments. He's been day one. He's a day oneer, man. Appreciate that, man. He's got to be a day oneer for a reason. Unless he's fading all my moves, right? I'm saying, hey, man, I like Tesla. He's like, yeah, I want to sell it. Hey, you ever find that YouTuber? God, you could find these guys, bro, and gals. You fade their moves, right? And they're like, oh, man, I like this. And you sell it, right? Because especially the new ones, right? They be wrong. So you sell it and just you fade them. Oh, man. I'm waiting for you guys. So no comments? All right. So I appreciate everybody in here, man. What time is it? It's 11:25. Pull up I guess I'll end it on this, right? The heat map. I pulled this up earlier and it was less green. Now it's getting more green. Look, Amazon's getting some action. That means I got to pull up Amazon. One of my favorite stocks. By the way, I didn't mention it. JRH knows I mention it all the time. This is my favorite stock right now. Please don't disappoint me in earnings. I know it goes higher over the long term. I don't know if it's going to be this. I don't know what's going to be the catalyst. If it's going to be this earnings, next earnings, maybe it breaks down because it can. These bullish patterns with this is the monthly and this is a bull flag. I mean, this is the definition of one. Okay, and I don't know what's gonna break this at the upside. Here, I thought we was gone. I thought we was off to the races. We pulled right back into the range. So I am really, really, really bullish on this one. If this breaks out to the upside, we will have a move like that, right? Just like this flagpole. That's 90%. That's a 1,600 point move, right? So you don't have to get in now because it could break down. But if it does break out, you basically what I'm getting at is you have time. Unless it breaks out and then boom, it's up 1,600 points overnight. I don't think it's going to do that. But if it breaks out, especially if it gets above that high, that candlestick, oh man, it's going to be off to the races. All right. It might pull back, it might gyrate, but it's going up 1,600 points. Where does that put it? At 5,000. I'm sure you heard of that price target from certain professionals out there, some sell side analysts. My price target is 5,000. Not saying that's going to hit 5,000 tomorrow, next month, or that even next year. It's just that it's on its way to 5,000. And when it gets there, then it'll do one of these sideways actions again, right? So that's why I like this stock. It's just really, really bullish. Something I bought as well was the IWM. I just got a straight call on it because the theta is not bad. You can actually buy one of these and just chill. Like you don't have to worry about theta burn too much, especially if you way out, go 2 years out. Anyway, my theta is like 1. I'm losing $1 a day. Okay, so anyway, same pattern, right? Just up, kind of sideways. I'm waiting for this to break out, and it's not. It might go sideways for years. I don't know. But if this starts to break out, we should have a nice little move up to the upside, just like this flagpole right here. Right. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks for watching, everybody, because views went down like to 0. Y'all just like bounced unless I lost my internet connection. So anyway, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. If you want to what's that move, the replay, like, comment, hit the bell, I'm on Twitter, Dre Trades, Instagram, Dre Trades. Y'all know the deal. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Now y'all coming back. It's like I lost everybody, but I'm ending the video, guys, man. I love y'all. I love everybody that came in here. Sweetie Trucker, I forgot to say thank you as well for coming in here, man. I missed you. Sorry about that. Simon, Ernesto, Ravik. Yeah, and that's everybody. All right, y'all. I'm out. This is Dre. Peace. Maybe I'll do a video later. I'm going to do a video. If this thing breaks 900, I'll probably get back on. As long as I don't got to go to bed. I work nights. I see y'all. Peace.